Wake up. Sirens. Sounds of sirens swept the streets of St. Louis. Men, women, young boys and girls from all around looking for ways to express their unstable emotions. Torn and cried out, feeling unheard and unable to be heard. When they've tried asking for an end to this senseless violence, has left families torn and hearts broken. The sounds of helicopters as they roam over homes and demolished buildings that were here to serve us within our community, but for some reason that day in August, it seemed like the murder of Michael Brown was the new beginning of an end to be heard. Although our voices have never made it out, yes, we've always had to act out in order to be heard. And even then, it is when we go without listening and we begin to act out, acting out due to fear, acting out because they refuse to let us speak, causing inflictions of pain to ourselves because we cannot see. There's no need to stand together. To divided we fall. Another tragic moment going down in history, still leaving us without a voice at all. Mothers waking up to the news and interviews, unable to fall back to sleep, afraid to send their babies off to school, feeling alone, hurt, and empty. And for the most part, scared. I would like to say put down the guns, but I'm actually feeling like sooner than later I'm going to have to teach my 11 and 7-year-old how to use one. And who is there to blame? I can't seem to find anyone, because it's our own people not using our minds and strategizing on a better way to rise above what has been mentioned to us from our ancestors. They fought for our rights to set us free. And now we're back in the beginning, allowing history to repeat itself because we failed to educate ourselves. Now, because of it, we've allowed ourselves to be broken. Morals, values, beliefs, and they continue to hold our minds hostage because we only know but one way. But how can you blame us when it's our brains that are enslaved? Now homes are broken. Another young black man set up to die, causing turmoil not only in our local streets, but it's infected the whole nation. I would like to wonder what's planned to happen next, but I can't bear to sit around and wrap my mind around the evolution's offset to self-destruct. I just pray that we get our minds right, wondering what is it really going to take for us to wake up. The sun is rising, and our children, they have to be the ones to hear about what their minds cannot penetrate. How do you explain to your child the things that are going on and what it is that is going on and the things that are about to take place? The police crooked and evil with blood on their hands. Fatal shots being fired. How do you really find justice for a young black man? Ongoing interviews showing up on our TV screens. It's sickening to know it's only one. a smoke screen. Law enforcement. Prepare to die. And it shames my educated black men and women because there are only a few of us that can see what it is happening. The naked eye. Protesters stand around acting out as a way to seek justice, and families crying out. What a shame to see what we have to deal with. Racism is and will forever exist until the enemy is called out to show his hands. The end of days are what we're forced with, what we're faced with. And people were up early with little to no sleep, sending their children off resentment to school of the fact that sooner than later we all will be extinct. So why not stand up for what's right? Didn't our ancestors teach us that victory isn't won overnight? Sounds of sirens racing through the midst of the air, and people trying to continue to live on with the next day, but now it can't be hidden. Another murder on our people being racially profiled all around the nation. But will our many voices be able to speak as a whole for togetherness and as one? Rumors on the media, stop and be careful of what they are trying to feed you. The revolution will not be televised, which is the reason why for hours, even though we had flat screens to see every moment that mattered, went unheard and painfully unseen. The rapture is already here. Wake up.